Okay, so I'm really confused because, like, my dad's Latino and my mom is white, so does that mean I can only listen to, like, half of Chips and Salsa?
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say about anything.
Hey, welcome back to the rest of the Chips and Salsa show. I'm Alice Lara here with
Don Jorge.
We had a great guest last half hour. That was Alex Stovall. He's running Congressional District number 7. That's my hood. And if you want to find him, his website is alexforarizona.com. And he's just about on every social media, Facebook, Instagram, and whatever. So no problem finding there. And if you missed any part of that show, you can always go back and do it. And you know what? If you haven't done it yet, please download the free app, Central City Radio. That way you can follow us anytime. If you're somewhere and you're not close to the internet or something, you got your phone and you can just do it on the phone. All right, good deal. Okay, so our next guest is no stranger to the Chips and Salsa show, and I'm looking at Julian, just making sure he can hear me. Okay, is everything all right? Okay, good deal. No stranger to the Chips and Salsa show, a very good amigo, a very good chipster. In fact, you know what? I got to give him one of these. Charlie Ellis with Operation Enduring Gratitude. Welcome, Charlie.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, so happy to have you. Charlie is a veteran, and a long time ago, he got involved and created Operation Enduring Gratitude. And I'm going to let you he's going to tell you all about that. But we're going to be mentioning this throughout the show. Everybody hold up your little poster. This is going to be a really cool fundraiser that they're putting together, Golfing with Gratitude. And once you hear all about his organization and the special guests that he's brought with him that we'll introduce here in the next segment, you're really going to want to help everybody out here. You really are going to want to do this. Help us raise funds to rebuild Navy Widows' home. And first, though, we want to explain Operation Gratitude. And first of all, I want to meet Charlie. Some people don't know you, Charlie, and you've run for office. You're a Republican. You're actually Latino also.
Yes.
So we're 3 Republican Latinos here.
And he is in the reserve, still in the reserve?
National Guard, no longer in.
Okay, you were, I know.
For a long time.
Yeah.
But he's very busy these days because he's very involved with Operation Enduring Gratitude. So, Charlie, introduce yourself and tell the audience about this wonderful organization.
Well, Operation Enduring Gratitude started in 2014. I had volunteered some help on a local nonprofit that was rebuilding a house for just one of the ladies from the church in the neighborhood. When that project ended, I then asked the organizer of the other event, how come we don't do this for the veterans in the community? He points at me and says, you haven't started it. So we've learned in the military, don't ask questions you don't want to provide the answers for. So basically, I volunteered myself when we got started. We started that April 28, 2014. This April.
Anniversary.
Yeah, we're coming on number 7 right away.
Wow.
So with that, we are on our current house, which is number 8 of our total makeovers. We've done 80 wheelchair ramps. We've given away a car. We've done multiple air conditioning repair replacements. Summer of 2019, we did 2 houses simultaneously, one in Apache Junction and one in the city of Glendale. And the reason why I mention both of those specifically is because we have been concentrating the majority of our efforts inside of the city of Glendale. And so today I wanted to bring in my crew because we keep getting asked, how do you find these veterans? How do you select them? And we have a very specific project that we're working on. And it's inside of our community response program where we do code compliance cleanups. Inside of that is when code compliance goes to a house, they knock on the door. I call it a soft agreement. One of the requirements is our code compliant officer will ask the resident what their veteran status is. And if they're a veteran, they pull the citation back from them. I get the citation, or our organization gets the citation. Then we schedule a day, we motivate volunteers, we go out and we clean up that property.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I want to throw something in here, too, because, you know, he talks about his organization, but you know what else Charlie does? At my office, rather recently, we had some furniture that Stan wanted to get rid of, and he didn't have use for it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's great furniture. Who could use this? So this man came, and it was a big giant, like
As
a
light as a
conference table.
feather.
Oh, this guy, he's strong. And we're on the 9th floor, too. So I'm telling you this story because, somebody else would probably not have gone to the trouble, but he did. He came down there. Alice will be down there, and he took that big, long table, and I'm sorry, I keep doing that, don't I? I'm sorry, I'm making noise. Sorry. And he took that big, long table and delivered it downstairs to the truck. So, he is extremely involved and very hands-on with everything. And I want to salute you. I was in the military, but I salute you for doing this and still going on with it.
And that's the best part about the team that I brought today. They make me look like I'm standing around. And they really do. They say if you want a great organization, surround yourself with smarter and stronger people. Somehow we've managed to do that. We actually have a board of director of 8 people, and they're all raising money. They all show up at events. They all produce. They all provide. They all care.
That's terrific.
And through their caring, this is where we're at today. So right now we are taking on our second largest project ever. It's a Navy veteran's widow. He died on, I think it was the 13th of January. And I'll let the rest of the team fill you in on the details.
Yeah, we've got a great team out there to interview about this. You're going to be so impressed with this story. But if you have, if you'd like to help, I was going to ask you, is Brad Zinn still a part of your board?
He is. Brad's been going through some personal health issues, and Brad Zinn is our goodwill ambassador, so when he's out running around, he is absolutely perfect. And I love Brad like crazy. He's a great man.
He's a good friend of the show. In fact, we've been trying to keep Chipsters posted on his, health issues.
Yeah.
Please go ahead and keep your prayers for both him and Brenda. They've had some challenges this year.
Absolutely.
But man, they're fighters and
Yep.
they're wonderful people. And hopefully, as soon as he's able to, we will have him back.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to call him because I know he's,
I know. I wanted him to be. I wanted him to be the MC of our event because Brad has MC'd for us almost consecutively when I've given him more than a day's notice. Because I'm not good at giving notice. But on the team that we brought today, what I want to do is talk about the process of how the discovery happens, how the team members are put together, how the resources are discovered, and how we push this through the community, through the neighborhoods, and we're getting results. Currently to date, with just the cleanup alone, and we're 99% of the way there. We're not 100% ready to start rebuilding, but we're at $52,000 in donations of in-kind donations, volunteer labor, just time and effort. And
Yeah, I heard when you went to your mailbox, you found all kinds of checks.
Yeah.
Because you hadn't been to your mailbox.
yeah, we had a volunteer whose job was to go to the mailbox to grab the mail. Real simple task. Somehow I failed to keep in mind that she said she couldn't do it anymore. So things got lost in the translation. And when I opened up the mailbox, I think there was, I want to say $4,600 or $6,400 sitting in the mailbox.
Yeah, he showed a picture of all the checks. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I gotta visit his mailbox
that's
more
terrific.
often.
Yes, so the community's giving, one of our number one fundraisers is Facebook birthdays. Everybody gets a Facebook notice saying, hey, your birthday's coming up. Instead of asking for gifts, give to your favorite nonprofit. So I'm pushing everybody to give to us, of course, but not everybody wants to serve what we do. So if you love dogs, you love cars, you love kids, you love food, whatever your passion is, do the Facebook fundraiser. It costs you nothing. It makes you
I
feel
love
good.
to share those because you never know somebody who's your friend and they might, I love veterans causes. I love this, and they'll give $5.
$5, $10, $1, it doesn't matter. The easiest thing everybody can do is share the post, because sometimes $20 cannot come out of my wallet, but I can click a button. There you go.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I love to share those, especially when it's something that I'm really into.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Charlie, you've been doing this for a long time, and I just, sometimes these things get started and they just, it's hard. These things are hard.
It's incredibly hard.
The commitment and fundraising and depending on people, it's really a task.
It is, and the reason I find that to be a certain level of difficulty, just like the gentleman who was just in here, you have this vision, you know it's right, you know you got something that the community wants into, but you struggle with the reach. And then for the nonprofit sector, it's coming out of our back pocket for the first couple of years. So this year we actually have money in the bank account. We're doing good. We've got our connections well laid. We've got execution plans. We've got our golf tournament. We're going to have a 5K run coming up soon. I want to build this house by the 4th of July.
You guys are rocking it, and we're going to continue rocking it. We're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, you'll see some more people here in studio to tell you about the rest of the story. But until then, I'm Alice Lara with
Don Jorge.
our special guest.
Charlie
of
Ellis.
Operation Enduring Gratitude is.
Charlie Ellis.
So don't go away. We'll be right back to guac on some more.